So first thing we look at then is your setup. As I said, the key thing for chipping and pitching is everything. I put a line on there. Everything we want to try and get left of that golf ball, okay? So the centre of your chest is your zip, your hands, your weight, your left shoulder, your left hip, all to that left hand side exactly, okay? What you did in the first few shots, okay, I think we go back to this one here now, that was a bit of a, this is a bit of a thin one. You turn your head, and then you made a shot here now. I don't know if you're going to practice or not. I don't think we do. But you're setting up there now. You're getting your shoulder lean because you're leaning back now. If you look where you're, you got your chest now. Kind of, I put it on there. That to me is behind the ball. Now as you swing back, okay, you'll stay in there, and then the club now is going to bottom out pretty much where that blue line is, okay. And you stub the ground as we can see. Club hits the ground behind the ball. Now what will happen is your left arm will feel the need now to just drag the club out to the side,
that's where the
and we see chicken wing.
Yeah.
The chicken wing hasn't caused the bad shot.
No.
The chicken wing is a symptom of the shot
it's
contact, and you then going, ooh,
you can't do anything else.
Exactly. But again, this right shoulder staying back, nothing's really twisting through, your knees haven't really moved at all, your hips are still kind of facing us, and then we kind of twist through and the ball's in a bit, you say, awkward with the shot.
Looks horrible,
yeah,
doesn't
blank
it?
that one,
Oh,
okay.
God.
Let's go back to a different, there you go. So, in terms of this one here now, everything's now left of the golf ball as we said. Again, same good backswing. You can see now when you make contact with this golf ball, there's your contact, okay? And if we just draw that line again to the ball, if we adjust it on the ball, it's not just a bit left of it, okay? And now from there, because the strike is good, you watch your torso turning through now, everything just turns around that left hip.
Still looks a little bit like I'm trying to lift the ball though.
I wouldn't say so, no. Everything's just moving there as a tour. I mean, sometimes the camera impression gives that bit of a different sort of angle with your arm. I mean, you want your arms to be locking out straight, certainly, but there's a good impact. Lead arm, lead shoulder, left hip, left foot are all on that sort of line there from the ball, and you're just turning through. You look at that impact, as much as I want to go back to the one that you didn't like, but you look at that impact compared to that one there. I mean, that kind of motion there's like, look where your left arm is. Where's your left arm going? I mean, your left arm there's kind of a little a mind of its own. That one there, you kind of turn around again. Your chest has turned through a lot more. I mean, your hands are in a kind of similar-ish position there, sort of mid-drift height, I suppose. Look how much your shoulders and hips have turned there. Look how much they've not turned there. Your shoulders are only just about coming through. Your hips almost still look as if they're facing towards us. Your knees are kind of clunked together. And then your arms are sort of trying to drag it through, which is why the club hasn't travelled as far, because you're trying to pull it through with the arms, as opposed to your torso and your body rotate. So this motion here now, head comes through, there's no head down in that motion whatsoever, okay, as is equally, there's no head up in that motion. I mean, I would say your eyes are following the ball, which they should do, but then there's no kind of like, oh, where's it gone? Or, oh, what's up there? You're not, your head height doesn't really change, okay? It's just the fact your weight distribution's too far back, so you hit the ground early, okay? And then because you can't really turn through because you're trying to stay down, this shot here followed the one that you knifed along the ground. And you can see, oh, keep your head down, look at that spot on the ball, just stay there. And because the head tries to stay down, if he stays looking down there, that shoulder doesn't move. If that shoulder doesn't move, it can't come down and under. The club then can't come down and under. So the shoulder stays up here, the club now is up here somewhere, and you just thin it. So the more you keep your head down, invariably the more you either hit the ground early or thin it. So keep everything rotating around that left.
The full shot is so much easier.
Well, yeah, because you're doing a full swing. The full shot requires all the things that a short shot requires, but a short shot requires a skill and judgment of distance. A full shot, just whack it as far as you can. There's no element of distance control in a full shot. You just hit it as hard as you can. I guess you could argue you're choosing the right club, but once you've chosen that, you're just hitting the goal.
It's a full swing. That's
exactly.
it,
With this one, you've got to decide whether I go back to kind of here, or here, or there, or here, or here, and all these kind of things.
Well, people before have said, like, oh, how many wedges you got in your bag? I said, well, I suppose I had 3 at the time.
3,
But I've got 4 there with the pitching wedge, sand wedge, gap wedge, and the log wedge. No, I don't. The log wedge I very rarely use.
It's got a specific shot up high, straight down.
If you're short-sided or that, but you've got to be confident to use it, and I've got to get away with it.
Definitely.
But he said, but with that, you could have 16 shots with those. You could have 4 positions, 4 distances, and everything.
A good drill I practice, you could do it at your place, okay, is the simple ladder drill. Get 5 or 6 clubs on the ground, like so, okay, so that would be
and then try and
5, and just try and land it in the gaps.
Yeah.
That would be 15 there, that would be 20 and then 25, and then you try and land a ball in there for 1, there for 2, there for 3, and there for 4, and then maybe 5 at the top, and then just go up another ladder. Just give you some kind of distance control. And to do that with a wedge, then a gap wedge, then a sand down, then a lob wedge. You just see the difference in the two shots. How much power you got to put on the golf ball to get the distance you want to get to. So Okay, mate?
Yeah, great.
Excellent, good stuff, mate.